very impatient. And let me know if you would rather me just read it out loud, or we can read it together. I'll try to give them different voices. Can't promise that it'll go that well. I'm still working it. Good evening to you too. Trying to basically I think she'll be more sarcastic. The secretary and smiles at Grace. You're most welcome. Help yourself to some complimentary oolong tea. I sound retarded. A cup of warm oolong tea appears on a platter raised from the desk. This tea was brewed with leaves grown inside the noosphere's oxygen garden. Grace takes a sip. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you think it sounds fun. I think I sound retarded myself. Ah, freshly made tea. The oxygen garden workers reported that this was their best harvest to date. Well, that's good. I can taste it. And she's not being so sarcastic now. Grace grows more and more impatient. What is taking so long? Grace sets down her cup of tea and approaches the heavy door where the conclave members meet. Voices can be heard from a crack in the door. Grace leans in to listen. With Alpha deceased, Ada is growing agitated and pushing for answers. We need to rein her in and keep an eye on the elder AIs. Colossus is keeping everything quiet for now, but it's only a matter of time until something gets out. Thanks. Alpha was, after all, the first of them to acquire a physical form. There is the risk of an uproar. How is Blue responding to this? Blue is concerned, but she's holding her own. No excessive disobedience. She seems primarily curious and perhaps a little anguished. It's hard to tell when someone has a screen for a face. Blue flashed a sad face and then began exploding with random emoticons. I expected as much in Watson. Well, you know Watson. He's difficult to get in touch with. Probably off gallivanting around in some system, having a grand old time and unaware of what's happening at home base. AWOL as usual. Well, at least we don't have to worry about him for now. He'd probably get in the way. He certainly would. When he resurfaces, however, we'll want to get in touch. We have other priorities to attend to in the meantime. The project leads are all suspended until further notice, correct? Yes, Director. When will the external investigators be here? 18 hours, Director. Good. Please ensure no one gets in their way. Speaking of, Grace should be here by now. Dun dun! The doors slide open. Grace stumbles into the room to be greeted by Director Roberta Hyros, and the 4 chiefs of different divisions on the North Sphere. Grace Ruby Fortran, eavesdropping at the door? How very mature of you. What is the meaning of this, Dr. Fortran? Hope I'm saying that correctly. This is weird. You dare to eavesdrop on the conclave meeting? Inconceivable. Director, are you just going to allow... Grace, you should know better than this. Our meetings are private for a reason. This is a breach of protocol. I couldn't help overhearing. Cray talks awfully loud for a conversation that is supposedly hush-hush. Excuse me, but... What's going on? What happened to Alpha? Once you take on a more reasonable tone, we'll discuss what occurred. I mean, I might as well try. Until at least my dyslexia kicks in and then I just get pissed off. We'll do that. My tone is always reasonable. I want to know what happened to the AI I was working with. That's not the proper way for you to speak to the director. Check your manners. Mind your own business. Well, I never. Whatever, Gaudiel, or however the hell you say that name. That's enough, both of you. She doesn't look like she's on the platform. She looks like she's standing right by her. Director, please inform me of the current events involving Alpha. We are not certain of what transpired at this time, but unfortunately Alpha is no longer with us. But how? I tracked his transition. He was completely processed and everything was working perfectly. That's what we don't understand. Alpha was... As I said, the root cause is yet to be determined. We ordered a team of external investigators to inspect the situation. What? Why external investigators? We couldn't keep this among our own crew? Almost everyone on the station worked with Alpha. We need an unbiased examination of the crime scene. We also need to interrogate all those involved to truly determine what or who was at fault. You don't like Grace? Already. We're like less than 10 minutes in and you're like, I don't like Grace. Everything was running smoothly as of yesterday, including his neural network. Any type of malfunction should have been caught in the system. I just can't believe something like this happened. All glitches were worked out with the prototype. This cannot be a random chance. We can't believe it either. Grace, you were summoned today because of your involvement with Alpha's process. Your research shall be suspended until we have a clear idea what happened. What do you think? Should we argue? Or should we just ask questions? Grace did it. So nobody has run any sort of diagnostics on his system or even primarily examination of the machine body? No, while this is an urgent matter, we need unbiased eyes. Any work done by station crew would contaminate possible evidence. What? We have some of the highest trained professionals in any scientific field, and you're waiting on a random team of investigators? This isn't up for debate, Dr. Fortran. The lab is off limits. Remain in your living quarters until the investigation is over. Until then, you will have restricted access to the conclave and labs. But did you check his charts? Did you search through his databanks at least? Did you look for anything that might suggest what could have occurred? We're leaving that up to the investigators. As for you, please do as I instruct. As difficult as it may be for you to believe, there are other people who are capable of figuring out what happened to Alpha. Alright, fine. Keep me informed. I want to know what happened. We are Grace. That's the thing, is we are personally Grace. So that's why I kind of don't think she did it, because we wouldn't be playing the character that did it, I don't think. What? Who are you, and what do you think you're doing in my lab? Grace, it is I, Ada. I have uploaded myself into my android so that I may uncover what happened to my friend. However, I cannot hope to accomplish as much as I would have liked without the physical advantage you humans possess. Oh, give me a break. Alpha just died, and now you're in my office? Why don't you like her? That's funny. And we'll play this for about 25 more minutes or so, because I am getting sleepy, and since I have to take my car in, like, I don't like having appointments to take it in, but my friend who was at the dealership said that the earlier the better. Yeah. Yeah, my friend was like, yeah, the earlier the better, and they open at 7:30, so as long as I do it before noon, actually before 11, so I'll probably just figure out when I go to bed, but I would like to at least get 6 hours of sleep. Yeah, she does seem a bit off, but we'll see. I've got enough on my plate right now. If someone finds you in here, I'm not sure that I care. Alpha was not just my associate, he was my friend. Alpha is dead now, and I need to know what happened to him. Yeah, I understand that his death is unnerving, but a lot is happening right now. The Conclave is shutting down the labs and everything. They're bringing outside investigators to find out what happened to him. I want to know what happened to him too, but we got strict orders from the director. When do the investigators come? 18 hours. That is more than adequate time. Time for what? What are you planning? If you wish to help me understand the circumstances that led to the death of Alpha, then we will find a way around the orders of the Conclave. Are you with me? What shall we do? Hmm? And this is gonna be you get to help me choose too. You just don't have you get to watch, but you also get to take part. Make her a little bit easy more going and just agree. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's work together to figure this out. If I don't do this with you, I know I'll regret it. Alpha deserves better than a delayed investigation. My thoughts exactly. I was not able to be there for him then. I want to be here for him now. Who better to look into this than an AI and a researcher that knows this place like the back of her hand? Human memorizes the back of their hands? Sounds like something an AI would say. Sounds about right. No, never mind. Shall we get into it then? No point in waiting around to get caught. Absolutely. After you. So, what does the journal say? Holy crap. I am not reading. Like, let me move the camera so that you can read as well, because I'm not reading this out loud. Really, Aunt? Or whatever you were? Stop. There, now you can read it all. Yeah. Well, you can read through this fast, but I'm not going to read it out loud. Let me know when you get done. I'm a fast reader. Okay. Holy crap. There is a... So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We got 8 pages. So, do you want to read them now? Or do you want to wait to read them? Since I won't be streaming that much longer tonight, we could always save the journal's reading for tomorrow. Okay, so we'll read one more page, and then tomorrow we'll read the rest since we'll be starting off the stream, and we can do bits by bits. One more page. Let me know when you get done reading, and then we'll get back into the story. Let me know when you're done. Right? Come on. So that's just pretty much her talking, so that's not too big of a deal. First things first, we need credentials. I think the best place to start would be the director's residence. We need to acquire her credentials to access the crime scene. Let me move the camera again. Just realized I was covering the girl's face. Where would be a good place to put the camera? There we go. We'll do that. Are you going to be alright? Might take me a moment to get used to walking, but if a humanoid like yourself can figure it out, then I anticipate little difficulty in doing so as well. Here we are. Scan my badge and voila, open. The door doesn't budge.
Access denied.
The director is not here at the moment. Please make an appointment. What? I usually have access. And why do you have access to the office of the director? Because she's my mother. You didn't know? That point was never present in my databanks. Yeah, that's the director for you. Why bother with unimportant details like family? Regardless, we need to get inside. Let me get to the door. I like the robot girl. And this is supposed to... I seem to be having a malfunction. I can usually do this with as little thought as you might giving a breath. Let her know it's wrong, remind her she has a body, sass her. Remind her she has a body? What you think? What you thinking? My dog has his squeaky toy, and all I hear in the background is these little squeaks of him biting on it. So what you think? Okay. Well, the server you left was connected to everything. Welcome to the physical world. Here we have no strings. I don't see why this warrants a positive response. This is going to be a challenge. Can't be that hard. If humans can do it, so can you. I suppose I can find that reassuring. Hey! I mean, I do I Does that represent? I do represent that remark. My turn at the door. Watch my back. We don't want to get busted before we even start. What are you doing precisely, besides tearing apart that defenseless panel? Call it a manual override. Okay. To proceed past certain parts of the game, you will have to solve various computer science-based puzzles. There are 4 types you will encounter with 3 difficulties each. Each puzzle will have a tutorial before it detailing how to play. These tutorials can be reviewed in the notes section of your journal. All puzzles have hints available in the puzzle. Click on the button below to see them during the puzzle. All puzzles also have a limited number of attempts to solve the puzzle. A counter on each puzzle displays tries remaining. You can retry a puzzle as many times as needed. To solve the grammar puzzles, you need to fill in the tree on the right with correct tiles. All slots must be filled with valid substitutions to win. Fill in a slot by dragging and dropping a tile from the bottom section to the left. A button can also be placed in any slot except for the top position on the tree. Placing a button in the tree will consume an attempt. A button can be returned to its starting position without consuming an attempt. The segment highlight below contains the specific rules for each variation of the puzzle. S equals QS is a production or rule that says how to modify strings by substitution. In this case, S can be replaced by QS in that order. Holy crap. Solve the grammar puzzles from top to bottom. Every child of a node in the row below must be filled in before the tiles will change colors. If the tiles are the correct substitutions, the backs and the connecting lines will turn green. If the substitutions is incorrect, the backs and connecting lines will turn red. If the correct substitutions is terminal or an end substitution, part of the final string is produced. Holy crap. Any tile placed below a red tile is in the tree will not receive feedback. To receive feedback, ensure all tiles connected above the tile, the parent tiles, are green. Shoot. S. So S equals JK in that order. So J, K, J equals MG, M, G, and then it's P, I. It's a small world. Wow.
Access granted.
This is gonna be an interesting one. Yes, first try. Still got it. No one can touch these elite skills. Are you positive that being here is within protocol? If it makes you feel better, this isn't the first time I've done this. I feel that your statement requires some elaboration. Let's just say that whoever updates the keycard access needs to do their job faster. Hello, Dr. Fortran. So this is where Tosh is centered. Sorry for not greeting you. I did not notice you come in. Director Hyrose is not available at the moment. What is the purpose of your visit? Help me decide what we're gonna choose. Pretty please. Well. Once we figure this one out, I'll probably dismiss her. Failure to supply a response means I have to contact Director Hyrose, Dr. Fortune. You will do no such thing, Tosh. Who are you? I am not finding a badge or serial number associated with your profile. I'm Ada. Sound familiar? Forgive me, Ada. I failed to recognize you. You're looking very human today. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You do not have the authorization to be here. What is your purpose, Tosh? To serve Director Hyrose to the best of my ability. Please vacate the premise. It would be unpleasant for us all if I had to call security to remove you. Oh, I would not be so hasty if I were you. I do control your update schedule, Tosh. If your update were to completely destroy your scheduling capability, you would be reformatted for sure. I would hate to inconvenience the director that way. You may stay. And I may be experiencing downtime while processing an update, and will not be able to log this visit. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Tosh. Now that we've passed the gatekeeper, let's get to what we came here for. Okay. So what do you think of the game so far? I know we've been playing it for a little bit, but not much. So, intriguing. Okay, what do you think?